My name is Generosity, and I am your Charm School Season 2 winner.
And I am Tana Boots, your Charm School biggest loser.
Is this how we're starting the podcast?
I'm totally okay with it.
And this is our brand new podcast where we are going to be recapping all of Charm School so that the queers who couldn't make it feel like they are part of the community. Because we heard that a lot of people couldn't come to Charm School because of like scheduling or whatever.
Yeah, it's hard to come out on a Wednesday.
Yeah, and it's also just like I heard a lot, because I have a lot of friends like, you know, that follow up on Instagram or Facebook that were letting me know like either texting me every week what happened or like I would have to recap them. So I really wanted to do this just so we could like have something out there to recap Charm School. So for those of you who don't know, Charm School was a drag race style competition held at Play Louisville for a total of 10 weeks starting in August and ending in October. Each week, just like Drag Race, there was a challenge and a runway, and there were winners, and then there were losers every single week. There was also a season 1, which we might cover someday, just depending on when the future season of Charm School happens and, you know, what time we have. But the important part is that in season 1, there were no eliminations, but starting in season 2, there were sometimes eliminations.
It was like... we had like 3 weeks in a row where like no one went home, and then there was like 2 weeks where like 5 people in total went home. Like
yeah, so there was like sometimes eliminated, but also a lot of people. We'll get into the team when we get there. So the consistent judges for this season are Beverly Hells, Estelle Valentine, Cole Michaels, and Melody Valentine. There were also guest judges every week. I'm pretty sure there was 2 or 3 every week. I think week 1.
Typically, yeah, unless someone was out, and then they would have 3 guests.
Yeah. And we're not going to skip fully past the promos this season, but we are going to breeze through them because they're not, like, that important to the overall, like, arc of the season. Like,
we had a neon theme, which I think is really fun.
Yeah, because I was expecting, going into the season, I was fully expecting there to be, like, a school promo again, so, like, I actually kind of prepared a look for that.
I kind of wanted a school promo.
I kind of wanted a school promo, too, but then they blitzed the neon one on us, like, a week before.
Hey, neon's an easy, like, drag look to get together.
Yeah, it is fairly easy. So going through the promo, we won't talk about every look, but did you have any, like, standouts, like, when you saw the promos in the room?
When I walked in, Jackie Candlestick looked crazy.
Yeah.
Like, just immediately a standout. Full pink. Their skin from head to toe was pink. They had a skull on their face. And I've never heard this person's name before. I've never seen them out. I was like, who the fuck is Jackie? Like, I was so invested. I was so curious to learn so much more about them, because I was like, that's my kind of drag. I need to be their friend. Like,
Jackie was a fairly new performer, because I think they started in around May or June at the open stages. And so, like, I knew that their makeup was insane, but even going into this promo, like, they went all out with the makeup. Like, it looks... And they went all out on the makeup the whole season. Yeah. They are a true artist. I was very impressed with that. Other than that, you can't see the full body on Instagram, but I really did like Yamaya's. It kind of had that, like, 80s prom kind of vibe. It was like a giant pink.
I was expecting more people to go 80s, honestly.
I was expecting a lot. I think it may have been time, or maybe just what we could get. But I was really impressed with Yamaya's.
Mercy's was crazy.
Mercy, I was really wanting to go, because blue and orange are my favorite colors, so I was really wanting to go in that direction, and Mercy definitely did it better than I could have.
Just perfectly styled.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know where she gets this shit.
Yeah, Mercy's just truly, like, a connoisseur. And then yours, you did yours later, because you were a last-minute entrant into the competition. So you did yours later, but yours is also pretty insane. I mean, the wig is insane, and then the dress is really cunt as well.
Yes, that's probably, like, because I have, like, a 80s look, but I felt like that one had, like, all the neon colors available.
Yeah. So, and we just bring up the promos especially because there are 16 queens and kings on there. But we are only going to be talking about 15 people when we get to the challenge. Because NDA, who is on the Instagram, got a nose job the week before Charm School started.
Yeah, she disappeared.
Disappeared. I think she's, like, in between Louisville and Houston now, which is, honestly... If you're going to leave a competition before it even starts...
And just go get work done.
Nose
that's
job...
That's the best excuse to have, I feel like.
Like, a nose job is the way to do it.
That bitch is, like, so gorgeous. Like,
she didn't even need a nose job.
No.
And she just went and got one, and she looks beautiful. It looks great. And I'll never forget, like, because the week before, we had, like, a finale night for the open stages. And I remember she was supposed to be in that finale because she won one of the open stages. And I check her close friends story that she posted, and it was just her wrapped in bandages and being like, ouch. And I immediately texted her being like, so did you drop?
So I'm just confused because from what I've heard, for the most part, with like surgeries like that, that's like usually you have to schedule that shit out in advance.
Oh, 100%.
So she had to have known that surgeon. Somebody got cleared or something, because I've known of people getting like bottom surgery, top surgery, and it's like months in advance, sometimes over a year in advance. So that bitch figured that shit out in like 2 weeks' time. Good for her.
I mean,
because it looks good too.
It looks good too, and I love it for the drama of it. Like,
that's the best reason.
Was it because I sent it to Bev afterwards, being like, "Do you know anything about this?" And she was like, "No."
Bev didn't know.
No, not at all. She was expecting her to come to the finale night, and so. Just like, I
forgot she didn't do the Look at Me Wednesdays finale night.
Yeah, she didn't do that either. So knowing that, like, was it like a lot of trouble for Bev? Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the funniest reason to quit a competition? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking lootly.
No one else dropped before the first night, right?
No. Phoenix was gonna do it, but then I believe because of either money reasons or whatever, or timing reasons, they didn't do it.
10 weeks worth of looks to prepare. Yeah,
right. And I think there was somebody else, but it was like very early on. They dropped.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. So if that's you,
because there were
sorry.
Because there was a lot of people that I knew. Because Gilda, now known as Naomi, they were gonna do a similar vibe competition, and I remember hearing several names that were gonna do that, and then like. Only a few of them really, because there was like you. Who else that was going to do that?
I wasn't going to do it.
You weren't? So
no.
What, was it just Diana?
I know Diana was going to do it. I mean, I can't remember a lot of the names because I only knew that Diana was doing it because she wanted a mix from me.
Yeah, that's how I knew she was. And I know Rocky was interested in doing it.
Yeah.
Whenever it was talked about.
I don't know a lot of the people that were planning to do that. But I mean, also, that was like almost a year before.
Yeah, I kind of wish it did happen, though.
I kind of wish it did happen.
We had a gap, because there was Little Miss Everything, which I did in 2022. Yep. And then
2023, just kind of nothing happened. And then 2024,
two charm schools,
and then whatever's going to happen next year, Brat School.
2 in 1 year is kind of crazy. Like, props to Play and Bev and like all those judges, because
I mean, it's been crazy. Like, just for like a context, Wednesday nights like a year ago were like easily the most like nothing nights. I mean, it was an open stage, but like as somebody that performed there like all summer last year, there was maybe like 5-10 people in the audience max every night. And then they transformed it into Charm School. And then by the end of Charm School, packed house. Like, literally all of Play packed to the T. And then it made the open stages over the summer really packed as well. Like, by the end, those were getting full numbers as well.
I mean, I feel like that says something about the scene itself. Like, audience members like stakes. They like the drama. I don't know. They like people pushing themselves, because I feel like a lot of times, especially with cast nights, it's like you can go 2 months ago, you can go a year from now. There's the same person doing the same number you saw a year ago. Yeah. So, which is okay, and that's some people's drag, and you got you're the best person at doing that number.
There's a time and a place for that, but it's also kind of like, to a lot of audience, if they want to see the person do like similar numbers with similar energies, then they're probably just going to go on Friday and Saturday when it's easier for them to go. There's going to be a bigger audience, and you have the playmates who are like much more generally appealing. So I think that a lot of people just kind of skipped out on Wednesday and Thursday because there just wasn't a reason to go beyond just seeing somebody you liked.
Literally.
But then Charm School kind of transformed that into there's a reason to come out. Yep. And then they made the open stages over the summer into a competition format, which made you want to come out to see who won that and support your friends even more. So huge props to Bev before we even get into the challenge, because Charm School really did like change Wednesdays at Play and kind of changed Louisville like drag in general to like highlight those lower level performers even more. Because Charm School is like the talk of the drag scene in Louisville.
Literally, like that was all that was on my Twitter.
Yeah.
People were talking about you. People were talking about me. People were talking about Mercy. People were talking about Berto. People were talking about Jack. Like, and I think a lot of times too, there's people that have been in the scene for years and have seen probably both of us a few times, but Charm School was our way of really gaining their attention and, you know, allowing us to get some new fans for real. Because I mean, I've been around for like a little over 2 years now, and there's a lot of people that like, they don't push, I mean, they don't skip by me, but I feel like them seeing me in that kind of setting showed them I was serious, and that's what I like about a competition setting is it's like, who's out here to play and who's out here just to, you know, fuck around.
And that's kind of how it was for me, because, like, I loved the competition format of Charm School after seeing season 1, where, like, early on it was a lot about, like, the polish and what, like, who could do the best performance. But then by the end, when, like, Seth and Jessica were, like, doing really dumb, campy performances that made you, like, laugh and, like, were just so stupid, that's when I, like, fully saw myself, like, doing this. Because, like, early on in Charm School, I was like, I guess I could do this, but I don't know if I could, you know, do this well or be received well. But then seeing that, I, like, felt that I had, like, seen that they weren't just gonna, like, reward the, like, most polished performer like a pageant. They were gonna reward creativity and, like, drive and, like,
just being different in general.
Right. And so, like, that's why I loved Charm School especially so much, just because it felt like they were really supporting the weirdos of the scene instead of just who was
the
prettiest or who had the most money for costumes.
Yeah.
It was,
which is, I mean,
there's a time and a place for that, for sure. Yeah. Like, that's why pageants exist, to reward the prettiest, the most talented.
And I mean, this is my Charm School is my second competition, like bar competition I've done, and like the reason I did another one was because like it pushes you, you learn different things about yourself. Like, I don't know, there's so many different things that I did in Charm School and in Little Miss Everything that I would have never have done on like a normal lip sync, you know, bring 4 numbers. Like, I've learned that I could do a lip sync acting type of thing. I was pretty comfortable on the mic and I could host. Like, you don't really get the opportunity to do those things unless you are in a like several week bar competition.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and so we're gonna move on to the challenge because we've been rambling for a minute. So for week 1 of Charm School, they bring back the classic "Thou shall know how to make an entrance," where we have to perform what we consider a number that exudes our signature energy, or, you know, is something signature to us or our brand, or a number that we do a lot of the time. It just has to be something that we consider 100% ourselves in drag. So, like, going into the challenge, who did you, like, expect to do really well with what they consider their signature?
I knew Berto was gonna do really well in this. His Berto's thing is like a whole shebang with a number, like the way he lip syncs and the way that he like, I don't know, captivates an audience. I knew Berto was gonna be up there. I honestly didn't know too much about these other performers.
Yeah, because also with a challenge like this, it can kind of go any way. You know, where, like, it's just kind of your signature number and, like, what you consider signature. So it could literally be received however you want. Yeah. You know, like, somebody who did, like, a high energy number could be received well. Somebody who did something different could be received well. So it can kind of go either way. I knew that Berto was going to do great. Going into it, I knew that you were going to kind of dominate a lot of the challenges, just because you had done this before, but also I knew you as a performer. Yeah. Like, I knew you knew how to entertain a crowd, so I knew you were gonna do well. Other than that, I don't.
Well, there. I mean, let me say, Yamaya, Mercy, Yasmin, you, Sharon, DJ, Salty, Adam, Jackie, and Lucy. I've never seen perform before.
Yeah, and I had seen most of these people except for,
But I didn't have,
actually, no, I saw everybody perform. Oh, except for Yamaya, because she, oh wait, no, I saw Yamaya perform, because she did the open stage. See, I had seen everybody, do a performance, except for DJ, because I think he only did, like...
He was, like, DJ was fresh.
Yeah, I think DJ said that his, like, when he did the, later challenge, the 3rd episode, he said that was like his 2nd or 3rd time ever on stage doing a number before, which was crazy to me. But I mean, that's what Charm School's about. It's for the people that want to learn and grow, and it's for the people that are just starting out and learning. That's
how I was in Little Miss Everything. That was like my 3rd time performing.
Yeah, and you were probably the most experienced coming into this, maybe minus Berto.
Yeah. Diana.
Oh, yeah, Diana as well. All right, so we're going to discuss what everybody did for the challenge from what we can remember.
It's not all documented.
It's not all documented. These earlier weeks, it's very hard to remember what everybody did because there's also not a lot of videos of everybody.
15
There's 15 people, so we're going to go through these. So, Yamaya Loren, from what I remember, it was a mix that contained Body by Megan Thee Stallion and another song that I cannot remember for the life of me. I know it was a pretty good performance from what I saw.
I remember seeing a video and she was doing the choreo.
Yeah, she was doing the body choreo. Yeah. So it was pretty good from what I saw. I don't think there's any huge
I didn't have any complaints with it.
Yeah, I didn't have any complaints. Winter Star lip synced to this high energy drag mix with it's one of those drag mixes where it has the
bam!
Yeah, the Vogue drops and it the sound effects and everything.
She was flying across that stage.
I saw
jumping, splitting from 5 feet up in the air.
I saw Winter last year when we were auditioning for Wednesday Cast actually. Mm-hmm. That was my first time seeing her, and she is a crazy performer.
She's one of the definitions of a firecracker.
Oh yeah,
she's just bouncing off the walls.
Yeah. So I thought that Winter did pretty good. Mercy.
It was an unreleased Katy Perry song. Is that what that was?
So I believe it's an unreleased Katy Perry song that she was singing live. So from what I remember, she duct taped the mic stand or the mic to her.
She
didn't do that. Oh yeah, she wasn't allowed to.
She did the Jane Deere and duct taped her chest.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. It was...
She looked hot.
It was crazy from the video, because I saw the videos. Okay. I will say this. Was the singing good? Hell no.
No.
Could I think of anything more Mercy to do for a signature number than an unreleased Katy Perry song singing live like you're a drunk at a bar in the Midwest?
That it was Katy Perry. It's crazy to me.
I couldn't imagine anything more Mercy for the signature number than this. So from what I remember, she was crawling around on stage and just flopping around. Mercy, if you're listening, I love you so much. Never change.
I thought it was some B-side, indie rock.
No, it was an unreleased
only on YouTube.
I think it was from the One of the Boys era, so it was
so it was a song that was scrapped.
Yeah, it was scrapped, unreleased. It wasn't pop Katy Perry. This was rock Katy Perry.
Okay.
So it wasn't, she wasn't California Girls-ing it up. She was going full rock Katy, from what I understand. Mercy never changed. No. Okay. So
next is me.
So you did your big titty Z-cup breastplate moment, and you did a slut pop mix.
So it was I had fishnet bodysuit on, vinyl gloves, vinyl skirt, vinyl thigh boots.
Very signature Tana.
The look very sex.
The look was incredible. The mix was also pretty good.
I didn't get to finish my number.
Yeah, you didn't.
I was bouncing my titties a little too much, and the nipple fell out, and I need to get in habit of checking and looking down more often, but they just cut the lights and literally dead center in my mix where it was gonna go to the next song, it cut. So it kind of blended out perfectly. It didn't look
yeah, when I talked to people afterwards, they didn't. I said you did a mix, and they were like, "Oh, it's supposed to be a mix," and I was like, "Yeah, she just got cut."
Yeah.
I will also say, I don't know if you know this, it's a very bold move for your signature number to do a slut pop mix when Celine St. Clair last year for the signature number did a slut pop mix.
Well.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that, but who's got the big titties?
That's true. And the better look. So Yasmin did Beyonce and Partition, the full 5 minutes of it. She came out in that orange coat and then revealed. I mean, she looks
was sex.
She is a what she does well, she does incredibly well. Yeah. She is a fantastic sexual performer, and she does it incredibly well.
I feel like the only thing I heard about it besides she was given sex was that she did a split at the wrong time.
Which she always does. I love her. She'll just do a split whenever she just feels like it. She doesn't care about doing it on the beat. She just cares about going into the split and then...
I would if I could.
Yeah, and also, like, she has that... I mean, you saw her padding. It is, like...
She's safe.
The ass padding is insane padding.
I guess I don't know, it just fits her body so well. I guess I'm not paying attention too much. Like, it blends in so well.
It blends in so well. It's just her padding from, like, in drag and out of drag.
Is it more hip or more cheek?
It's, like...
both.
I think it's more ass. Like, more cheek, yeah. But it's, like, insane, because, like, I remember seeing it backstage. It literally went out probably, like, a full 6 inches from her ass. I was like, oh, so she could just fall on her ass, and it's, like, jumping on a mattress.
Next we have Miss Jennifer Hampton.
Okay. Jennifer Hampton Hulls. So I did an original song that has apparently, I guess, now become the catchiest thing on goddamn earth. BEV MVP. I came out. I made the beat myself. I made the lyrics myself.
What are you wearing?
I was, you know that orange bodysuit I wore last week? With the sleeves? Yeah. I wore that. So here's the thing. I did very well. People were very impressed by it. A lot of people, which, spoiler, thought I should have been in the top. I know why I wasn't. It was because my tights kept falling down. Because I was wearing padding that I wasn't used to and tights that were new. So
they weren't.
So they were falling down the whole time and I had to keep pulling them up. So I understand why I wasn't in the top that week, and I can't even be mad about it because of the cultural impact.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've had the biggest impact, like, out of...
the first week, honestly. Because, like, there's a lot of numbers that are in here that are really, really, really good, but... nothing has had the long-lasting impact of 6 letters, 4 vowels, or whatever.
Do you want to share a story?
What story? What story? You're looking at me.
The BEV and P story with your secret admirer. Not a secret admirer.
Okay, so I had a full Priyanka, if you've heard this story, you'll know. I had a full Priyanka moment. So, Mom, if you're listening to this, please exit the video. So, I was hooking up with a man, sometime around circa last week, as of recording, and I was receiving fellatio from said man, and... he looked up and said, I can't believe I'm sucking off the BEV MVP. I couldn't make that. I wanted to leave.
Did your stomach sink? My stomach would have hit the floor. Like
I wanted to leave my own apartment. Like, I wanted to kick him out right then and there.
I'll be back.
Because here's the thing, I didn't know that this man was there or had even known of anything. Like, I mean, obviously I have drag stuff all around my apartment, but obviously, like, he knew of me to an extent that I was not prepared for. And then, so, that's...
you need to show me who this is, because I'm sure we've seen him out and about.
No, we're not gonna...
Next up... Sharonda List.
Okay, so Sharon sung live. I believe she did a Les Mis song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's a decent singer, from what I've seen.
For sure.
She does musical theater at U of L, so I know she's a decent singer. I didn't get to see a whole lot of it. From what I understand, it was a good choice. And also, like, doing something different and unique on your first week, like, that not a lot of other people are doing, because a lot of people just did, like, lip syncing, you know?
Yeah.
So doing something like that shows a little bit more of your talent. I think that's a smart move.
I mean, yeah, because I think it was, like, low-key implied it was a talent.
It was, like, kind of half and half. Because it was, like, show us what you got, but also make sure it's 100% you.
Because, I mean, it was kind of like Drag Race when they have the first episode and they do, like, the extravaganza talent show.
Right. So you want it to be, like, 100% your drag persona, and you want that to carry across, but you also want it to be a good display of your skills as a drag artist.
Like, 8 or 9 more.
God. Okay, so DJ did, like, a comedy and stand-up. From what I heard from the judges, it was funny. From what I heard from the audience, there was a lot of inside references. So,
yeah, he, from what I heard, I think Jordy was telling me about, he was joking with people in the audience.
Yeah.
And, like, I think the judges panel were in on those jokes too, so they kind of landed.
Like, I heard there was a joke about Valentina in there. There was a joke about a lot of the, like, past Charm School
Which honestly is a really smart choice.
It's very smart for the judge's perspective, especially. Yeah. And especially because he, like we said, he's a very new performer. Fresh, so to do something where you're not going to rely on, like, jumping, splitting, kicking, all that crazy stuff, and you just, like, have to, like... I mean, I'm guessing he's, like, written jokes before if he's doing something like this.
You don't expect to see stand-up at a drag show.
Right, period. Exactly. So this was unexpected, and from what I heard from the judges, it did go over pretty well.
A lot of these, like, we're backstage stressing about ourselves, so some of these, it's just, like, either from our friends' perspectives or the videos that got posted online.
Yeah, when we get to the runways, we can, like, talk about those. Yeah, we have photos of those, and, like, we remember seeing those backstage, like, but the numbers, especially these earlier weeks, we did not get to see a lot of these.
Like, next... Salty. I don't remember hearing him sing.
I've seen him sing a couple times, and he's a decent singer. I think it was good. I can't remember what song he sung. I'm sure it was pretty good though. Berto Love did a Willy Wonka number.
Yeah, that's like a signature Berto.
I've heard that he's done that a couple times. I heard that he threw out like candy at the audience, and he did like the Berto signatures of like over dramatic motions and like funny moves, but also, you know, very Berto moves. So very flamboyant. So from what I heard, he did pretty good.
It was pretty smart for him to do, because I mean that's one of his successful numbers that he's done. Like, it gets a good audience reaction. So,
and if it's a signature number for him, and it also represents his drag very well, of like that referential, but make it like a sexy male entertainer kind of vibe.
That was kind of like me doing Slut Pop. Like, I've had a lot of success with those songs.
Yeah. So Adam Skywalker, I cannot remember a lot of this. From what I remember, it was a Star Wars mix. That was the one where he wore the sweatpants.
Okay, so was it just a song, or was it like, did he have like...
I think there was like the Darth, like the dun 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 dun,
like right into music.
Right into, I think it was like a rock song from what I can remember. Okay. I don't know how he performed, not to diminish wearing sweatpants on a stage.
Well...
We're gonna move on. So Diana beat us. I remember this one specifically because
you made it.
I made this mix for, like you mentioned, the Naomi Wayne pageant from like a year ago. Because she asked me for a mix for that. It was like a full candy themed mix because they had a very similar first challenge of like signature show stopping number, and so she wanted a candy mix. It had like Candyland or Candyman by Christina Aguilera. It had Sugar Walls. I think there was a third song in there that I can't remember. And, like, she's a good performer. I mean, you've seen her perform. She's a good performer. She knows how, like, to emote her face very well, and she knows how to buck and kick as well.
She's, like, a firecracker, too.
Yeah, she really is.
That bitch, like, controls the stage. She's, like... Every square inch of that stage she's using.
And she knows how to, like, use her body well, too. Because that's I struggle with that as a plus-size performer. Of, like, being able to do it the whole number, too. Because, like, you can buck and kick in, like, one chorus, but then on that second chorus, I'm standing still. Yeah. She will do it every chorus, every verse. Like, she can do
like,
it.
Twirling her arms. Yeah, I had two different friends. Or, I had friends that were, like, why can't you move like Jen or... why don't you move like Jen or Diana?
They said that?
Yes.
That's crazy, because I feel like you move more than me.
Maybe now.
Yeah, maybe now.
Like, Charm School really kind of awoke, like, a little dancing diva in me.
Yeah.
But beforehand, I wasn't a park and bark, but I was very emote and audience interaction based.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't even think, because I just get out of breath. Like, I can move for one chorus, but then that second chorus, I'm standing still or I'm doing stuff on the floor. Okay, moving on. I cannot. Olympia Gold, if you are listening, I am so sorry.
We should have texted her.
I should have texted her. I have no idea what the hell this girl did this week. I know what she was wearing. She was wearing that blue and gold bodysuit that she has, but that outfit could be for a lot of numbers. I cannot remember.
I'm sure she bucked.
Oh, I know she did good. I know she did good because Olympia's a great performer. Right. I mean, we'll see that later in the season. Mm-hmm. Olympia's a great performer, so I know she did good. It's just I don't know what she did.
Love you, Diva. I promise.
I love you, Olympia. I am so sorry. So Jackie...
This was crazy.
This was easily... I'm so sorry to everybody else. This was the best of the night. So Jackie came out on stilts.
Granted, no one in the scene knows who Jackie is.
No, like, they've started in, like, May or June.
Literally.
So, like, to the average Louisville person who hasn't been showing up to open stage every week, they don't know who Jackie is. They don't know, like, what their vibe is. All they know is that they saw their promo came on screen beforehand, and they saw that they did a cool move.
And this bitch comes out on stilts.
And does Legs by Naomi Smalls, which... What an unbelievably good choice.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
Jackie was like, I think it's a song from Drag Race.
Okay.
Had no idea what the song was from.
Well, so,
and I was like, Legs by Naomi Smalls?
Jackie does not know a lot of, like, the, like, basic queer, like, history.
I kind of love the queens that are like that.
Because, like, Jackie did, during the lip sync competition, they had to lip sync to Vogue by Madonna, and they were like, I had no idea what that song was about. Like, they had no idea the words. They didn't even know the, like, beat. They were like, I had no idea.
That's crazy.
So Jackie does not know a lot of, like, they've never watched Drag Race, which, you know, I've actually discovered a lot of people in the scene.
There's several people.
Yeah, Mercy doesn't either.
Yeah.
But either way, Stilts comes out to Legs by
Backup
Naomi
dancers,
Smalls.
too, granted.
Backup dancers.
On stilts.
Also on stilts.
Yeah.
And then, what I remember especially, Jackie did
what was he wearing?
It was like, I don't remember the actual outfit, but I remember the stilts were like black and white.
Yeah.
Like I think they were going for like that full like clown-ish kind of vibe. What I can remember, Jackie did a handstand and had the backup dancers catch their legs still on the stilts and then did like a half split in the air. This was insane. Like, I honestly think this should be talked about more than my stupid ass song. Because this was insane.
Did they get a video of this? I hope they did, because
there has to be a video.
I need to rewatch this, because
I
think that was one of the performances I, like, stepped around.
Yeah.
Because I saw them backstage getting in still.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay, I need to see what's happening.
Yeah, I didn't go out and see it, but I just remember seeing it backstage. I was like, oh, this is gonna... Because I didn't know. Like, knowing Jackie from Open Stage, I didn't know that they could do stilt work. And they came out and did it incredibly well. Like, they didn't just walk out in stilts. So, they did dance moves in stilts. Yeah. They did stuff in the stilts.
So, are they involved in, like, circus stuff?
I don't know, honestly. I don't fully know if, like...
I stalked a little bit on, like, the boy page.
Yeah,
and I saw pictures of them, like, with other circus people, but I don't know if this is, like, a new thing. Because I grew up... There was people that I grew up with that, like, their family did that shit. So is it that situation?
I don't think so, because I know Jackie's mom and dad, and they don't seem like the type of people that would have like done circus stuff. I honestly don't know. I know
it may just be like a hobby then.
Yeah, maybe a hobby, maybe something that they did like, in high school. No matter what, this was hands down the best performance of this episode, and easily one of the best like of the season.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
down. And then Lucy Fur did Literal Legend by Aisha Erotica.
Just very her.
Very, very her. Very, like, high energy, full dance where she can do those splits, do the, like, cunty moves that she does. I do remember her number got cut pretty short because
we both had nipplegate.
Yeah, nipplegate. Her nipples did fall out as well, and she didn't have any cover-ups for it. Hers weren't as bad because I think they were just her boy nipples and her, like, her...
My nipples.
Yeah, yours were...
They literally stick out about like maybe 4 or 5 centimeters.
Yeah, you can't put like a what do they call them?
Pasties.
Yeah, you can't put because I've had a breastplate. You really can't put pasties on it. But Lucy's was just her boy ones, but she didn't. I think the bodysuit just didn't like fit super great, so they just
because she was going crazy.
Yeah, she was going crazy.
She's throwing her arms up, throwing her legs back. Of course, her nipple came out.
Yeah. So, the tops of the week, I mean, obviously Jackie's there. I think that Berto was also up there for me.
For sure.
I think Yasmin, I mean, what she does... I mean, if it's just about what signature drag is, that's super signature for her, and she does it incredibly well.
And then the other two, I think, is us two. Personally,
us two, I would maybe throw DJ up there just for the uniqueness of it.
The nerve too, that was crazy for him to.
Because also, I think that You and Me had like good numbers, just with like a big flaw, like my tights falling down, your nipple falling out.
Yep.
But DJ's was like pretty like.
Everything that he planned happened.
Yeah, everything that he planned happened, and it went pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a joke or two in there that didn't land, but that's just like with comedy in general. So, after our performances, the judges have like a voice-style discussion with us and want to claim us for their mentor teams. I won't go into all the like rules and specifics of it because there was a lot. But basically the teams are me, Jackie, and Adam are on Team Bev. Yamaya, Yasmin, Berto, and Lucy are Team Estelle. Winter, Tana, DJ, and Olympia are on Team Melody. And then Mercy, Sharon, Salty, and Diana were on Team Cole. From what I heard, which this is, maybe... From what I heard, some of the teams were not as active as the others in terms of... Because the basics of it was, like, the judge was supposed to be able to help...
Like the voice.
Yeah, like the voice, where, like, they help mentor us through the weeks if we have, like, questions, check up in on us. And then Bev did that for our team. Like, she checked in every week.
I got that, too, personally, from Mel. But yeah. I also, like, Mel was around. Like, she was at my house, like, on the weekends. She wasn't making my shit, but she was around, so...
And that was kind of the thing, like, our team was me and Jackie, who are, now we're the actual, like, drag kids of Bev, so obviously we were getting more. But Adam was also in there, and she was answering a lot of questions for Adam as well. From what I heard from some people, some of the mentor groups weren't as active, and they don't really, like, play a huge part in the season overall.
Yeah, no.
The only, like, fun fact is, like, something for the finale, which we might mention when we get to the finale. Like the top 4, but other than that, it doesn't, because there's no challenges that are based around the groups. Right. There's no like, it's just
That'd
kind
be fun though.
I was expecting the acting challenge to be something like that, where we're all like placed into groups based on with the mentor challenge. Cool. That would have been fun. I kind of understand why they didn't do that though, because they wanted it to just be more of like,
or our duet number. The finale night could have been with our.
Well, that's
But honestly, who would have known that each of the judges would have had one person in the finale?
Right. Exactly. So yeah, it doesn't play a whole huge part of the season, but it's just something to note that like this happened week 1 and some of us were getting like mentor help from a different judge or two, So, moving on to arguably my favorite part of the season, because it's my favorite to look back on and talk with people.
Absolutely.
The runways. Category is signature drag. So we are supposed to be wearing something that represents like head to toe our signature style in terms of outfits, in terms of everything. And so I decided to come up with a little ranking system just to have some fun with it. So we have 4 different rankings. It's basically the same as Fashion Photo Review if you've ever seen that. So we have the golden apple, which is equivalent to like a shoot where it's like a legendary look that we're going to think about for a while compared to Charm School. We have the green apple, which is a 2, which is just a pretty
soft toot,
a solid look. It's like a solid look. There is the red apple, which is a boo, because green apples are better than red apples.
Absolutely.
And then we have the rotted apple, which is a look we want to throw away and burn. I will say it's a rotten apple if it's a rotten apple. So
we gotta be fair.
We're gonna be fair. We're gonna be nice, considering like we all went through the competition. Like a lot of people struggled with like money, considering this is like a 10-week competition.
Yeah,
and a lot of us are starting out performers, so we'll be nice. But this is also our genuine opinion. Mwah.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with the signature runway of Adam Skywalker.
Ooh, I didn't realize he's stoned.
Yeah, the Darth Vader mask. I will say, so I like the Darth Vader mask. I like the eye thing that he has going on.
The mask, if he stoned the piss out of everything else, like that mask, he would look crazy.
I don't even care, because like I understand like, like the mask is the front and center, because Adam Skywalker, Star Wars reference. I just wish there was a little bit more of like a through line, because like the mask is Darth Vader, the face is like with the eye and the burns and everything, that's Darth Vader, but then the rest is like Rose Leather Biker.
There's like some French. What's the French?
I have no idea what that is. Yeah. There's no full... I couldn't find a full body of it.
Whenever I look at it, I just look at the helmet.
Because the helmet's, like, the best part. I just wish there was more of, like, a through line. Like, I imagine, like... Ooh,
some type of story.
Yeah, like, I was like, what if it's, like, a biker helmet, but the front of it is, like, Darth Vader? Or, like, oh, what if you had some, like, Star Wars elements on the jacket?
He did have a reveal.
For this
outfit? Like, burn marks he had?
Oh, yeah. Well, there was no photos of it. Maybe he did have a reveal with this outfit. I think he had the
burn marks like he was...
I think he had burn marks on his stomach, which was
looked
really...
crazy. I thought he got, like, in a motorcycle accident.
It did look really cool. So maybe there was a reveal to this look. I didn't find any photos of that. Did he just pull his shirt up? Probably. Yeah. I just wish with the base look there was a little bit more of a through line because like
for sure.
So I think it's like a red apple. Like I don't think it's like I don't think it's like upper echelon or anything. I don't think it's the worst of the worst. I just wish there was more of a through line for the look.
Yeah, I'll agree with red because I feel like he still gave himself and that's what was asked. And he had the Star Wars reference.
It's very close to being a green apple for me, just because I really do like the mask, though, and I do like the effort that he put into his makeup.
He had it on.
Yeah. So next up is Berto Love,
which this is personally, I think this is my favorite Berto look.
Oh, 100%, because it's so signature for him. Obviously, he's like representing Puerto Rico, the Puerto Rican flag colors,
naked, glittery,
stoned
feathers.
Yeah, and the outfit that I think is most signature to Berto is that it has a lot of movement to it, because a lot of his outfits have a lot of movement. Yeah. Like when he like twirls around and does stuff, those feathers move. You know, like a lot of his outfits have that like performance element for it, and I think this is pretty signature Berto. I can't.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is pretty signature.
No, the colors go perfectly with his skin tone and like the color of his hair.
Yeah. I
like the little armbands too with it.
Yeah, if I were to give like one singular no, I wish there was just like something either going on, like some red or some blue in the eyes to tie the whole thing together.
Yeah, there needs to be some color in the mug for sure. Yeah, and I wish the feathers matched the blue on the.
I don't mind that as much. Set. I don't mind that as much just because, like, you know, color matching is hard, especially like for a competition.
I'm a color diva.
That's not fair. No. You're Miss Carly Colors on the stage. So I think this is like, is this a golden or is this a green? I don't know.
I guess in my head, I would want to give the golden to what I would think would be the best of their look.
Yeah, I think so, because I think this is pretty signature.
This is whenever I think of Berto, there's something like this.
Yeah, absolutely. If I were to think of a signature Berto look, this would be it, and it's done very well. Yeah. So I'll give it a golden, because this is great, and I think this is Berto's best look for sure. Up next, we have... Why did you... Santa just, like, jumped.
This picture is terrible.
No, well, he's doing the Icarus pose. I had to throw that there.
Yeah. These wings are crazy.
So, DJ Valentine. Yes. He's doing, like, an Icarus male performer thing. It looks really cool. The wings are incredible. The wings... I want a pair of these wings, but, like, I want to color them a different color.
I would spray paint the piss out of those.
Oh, yeah. I've thought of a couple
of those. Is that, like, a... It's like the... like styrofoam stuff that's wrapped around like an iPad.
I believe so. Yeah, I think it's that, but I think it's like.
But it looks like feathers, and there's a ton of them, and he's got like at least a 7-foot wingspan.
Yeah, and I think it's a great job of proportionizing because the wings look huge on him. Like there's not tiny wings on this; these are huge.
If you got wings, they should be longer than your arms.
Right, exactly. So I think this looks great. I think he also did a good job of incorporating the look into the wings as well. Yeah. Like I like the white and the gold in it. I like the headpiece that he has on. Like it's kind of like a.
Is it like a Jesus crown?
It's not a Jesus crown.
The Icarus.
Yeah, the Icarus, and then I think he has a like.
What's his name from Smash Bros?
Pit?
What's his name?
Pit. It's Pit. Yeah, Kid
Icarus. What's the dark one?
Dark Pit?
Dark Pit, like Pit.
Yeah, it's just Pit and Dark Pit. And then I also think the shoes, they don't fully match, but they are that gladiator Jesus. Greek that gladiator Greek style shoe.
Mary Magdalene.
So I think this is honestly pretty good. I think I'll give it a golden apple.
I'll give it a green apple.
That's fair. Because I really love the wings, and I think this is very good, especially for DJ, who's only been performing for a little bit. And also, not to bring this up, because we'll be talking about this a lot this season, probably, this is not just a Michael J. Valentine outfit, because I haven't seen Michael in those wings. I think that
No, that is DJ.
This is a DJ. So I want to give this extra credit, because it is fully DJ.
I know he spent money on them wings.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those are some Etsy wings that are probably $200-$300. So I'm going to give it a golden apple just because I think this is great.
Alrighty, so next up we have Diana Beatis.
Yeah, so she's wearing this, like, blue sequin gown with this, like, it's a really good color ginger hair.
Oh, I love this hair on her.
And it's, like, super well accessorized because, I mean, she has, like, a bracelet on, she has a necklace on, she has drag earrings on, she has a big drag ring, too. It's very signature Diana. Like, she loves, like, a classic pageant, like, kind of Meemaw moment.
I love seeing her in this ginger hair.
Oh, the ginger hair is beautiful.
Versus, because she wore a blonde for a bit.
She wore blonde, and that lace was, like, fully, by the end, I thought it was, like, a headband. Like, it would, because the lace just, like, piled.
Crispalized.
And she does have, that glittery, chunky ankle booty.
The McCrispy.
Crispy.
Krispy Kreme.
I hate the McCrispy. We need to move on. Okay, but I hate the McCrispy because it tastes like pickles. And I don't like pickles.
I love pickles.
So you like the McCrispy?
Oh, I get like extra mayo on it.
Ugh, I hate the McCrispy. Okay.
Nah. Okay, not next.
So it's a green apple for sure. This is very signature Diana.
Oh, for sure, green apple.
And it's very good. Yeah. So Jackie is doing this like insane,
crazy.
I can't because like that's the thing about Jackie. I can't describe a lot of their looks, but they're cool as shit.
So there's this spiky LED black. It's like. Is it like vinyl or was that spray painted? It's like shiny.
I think it's like vinyl.
It gives like Squid Game, like dungeon, like biker punk.
And then they have like the bracelets that are like it's perfectly matched with like the spikes and the LED.
They're like super thick bracelets.
They have these like pipe things going down the side and like they take off the mask and their makeup is perfectly matching too.
Literally changed it from the challenge makeup too.
Yeah, which is insane. The one thing I will say, because Jackie has a lot of good runways this season, the one thing I will say, below the like pipe things and below the like hips, the legs are a little bit, the shoes are really cool.
It's just pants.
It's just pants. I wish there was like some red rhinestones or like some LED lights or like
they could have gotten some like big stones.
Yeah, they could have gotten those like big stones, or they could have placed like on those bell bottoms. They could have placed LED lights on the bottom so that like when they
even like tulle underneath the bell bottoms that were red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
this is a green apple.
This is a high green apple because this is great. This is fantastic.
This is one of my favorites of Jackie's, but it's not like top 2 or 3 for Jackie.
I don't even know if it's one of my favorites because that's the thing about Jackie. I love a lot of what they did this season.
Yeah.
Like this
one was just so fresh.
It was so fresh because this was your like almost first impression of what Jackie could do because you had never like really seen Jackie's looks before.
Yeah, this was like my first impression of Jackie and I was like,
and even then,
who is this bitch?
Even then I was impressed with Jackie because they were coming to the open stage nights with like performance outfits. So I think that it was pretty good.
Yeah, no, I continue. Like, I'm still impressed by Jackie.
Yeah, so
next up we have our lovely fart girl herself, Generosity. This looks gorgeous.
I look great. Now, this is my personal bias look because I think this is one of the best times I've ever looked. I love the way I styled the hair with the headpiece and the horns. I love the gloves that match the dress. I love the dress with the gold applique. I love the cape. I don't think I had it. Did I have a big earring? I did not. Oh, I had like a tiny little gold earring. That's the thing about
hoops, or is that just a shadow?
That's just the hair.
Oh, okay.
Because you know that hair.
It has the pieces on the side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one thing I will say is I wish that the gold appliques had more rhinestones on it because I'm pretty known for rhinestones in my stuff.
I just loved how regal this looked. It was the velvety satin fabric. Are the flowers themselves shiny?
No, not really. They're just kind of like a.
Okay, so I see what. Stones would like take it there a little.
Yeah, because
to me, the
cape was glittery. It had some like glitter spots all over it, so it gave that. But this is my personal golden apple of my season. I have like some great looks coming up, but I personally, this is just like my perfect aesthetic of what I want out of drag. So this just like perfectly meets that for me, and for that, I'll give it a golden apple for me. Bias.
It's a very high green apple. Whenever I think of Jen's drag, especially throughout Charm School, this isn't one of the ones that I think about. But it is like, I don't know, this is probably one of the prettiest she's looked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, it's so princessy, so...
I think that's why I like it, because, like, the runway the next episode, I think it's probably my best gown, but I just don't think that I looked as good in it as I look in this, for some reason.
Yeah.
That dress is I just didn't look as good. But either way, this is my golden apple, Tana green apple. Yep. So Lucy, another great look. This is incredible.
Color scheme, it's gray, it's black.
The black and gray is a great, because it's not white, it's gray. It's a great, like, color balance, and it's giving
It's all vinyl shiny.
Yep, vinyl shiny. It's giving, like, Lucifer, demonic, sex worker Brat doll, which that's like what I think of when I think of Lucy. Like, I think of that kind of aesthetic. It has that like length that she does all the time with like the mini skirt, like mini length cutoff. She has the like devil horns that are like covered in hair, which
Monster
is great.
hot puss.
Yeah, I think this is great for Lucy, and I think this is the best look that she gave this season.
This is a golden apple.
This is a golden apple. We're giving out a lot of golden apples.
This is just very her.
We're giving out a lot of golden apples, but like, for a lot of, like, people, this was, like, quintessentially them.
It's their drag.
It deserves it, yeah. Oh, and she has that cunty necklace on, too.
That's yes.
Cool. Okay. Moving on. Don't.
Oh. So, let's preface this with...
Mercy is the fashion queen of the season.
Exactly.
Mercy
just not episode 1.
Mercy, I love you. If you're listening, I love you. I'm going to give you an unamounted amount of praise this season. Like, my love for your fashion is truly unlimited. Except for this look.
Yeah, this tutu, mama. I'm a fan of the jersey. It's really just the tutu for me.
Because it's a 6'9". That's kind of it's going for
school vibe.
It's going for like that school kind of vibe. I like a lot of the elements of this look. And Mercy's like usually a very good stylist when it comes to like putting those pieces together and serving like overstimulated fashion, which is an aesthetic that I personally love. This one is where you're kind of losing me a little bit, though. So I'm going to give it a red apple personally.
Yeah.
But Mercy, you're about to get like 3 golden apples in a goddamn row, so like don't be mad at me.
We have Olympia Gold next.
In gold. And silver.
Yeah. See, the funny part about it is her name is Olympia Gold, and the best part about this outfit is the gold.
Yeah, the gold really shines through. I think that a lot of the like little final touches could have been a little bit different. Like I think the silver boots.
Is this
like
a cowboy boot?
I don't think it's no, it's not a cowboy boot.
It's giving cowboy boot.
It's an interesting boot.
I guess it is. I think there is silver in it though.
No, there is definitely, because you can see those. Like, there's like silver panels in the middle.
This is a gorgeous outfit.
It's a green apple for sure. I do like a lot of the element. It's just like I think it needed a couple more touches to like fully like flesh it out.
Yeah.
But what's more signature for Olympia than
a gold look? Yeah, it's a green apple for me too. Except for the nude illusion that's given Vampira.
That's a nude illusion on me. Like that's my tie color. That's literally my tie color.
It's literally pink. I hope that's not a nude illusion. Next we have Salty Sparrow given
Jack
Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. So because I think they were trying to go for like, because they have a Jack Sparrow costume that is like fully Jack Sparrow. That is like, you know, full like 700 layers of coats and like all that kind of stuff. I think they might have been trying to go for maybe a more like Salty Sparrow interpretation of Jack Sparrow, because it does kind of give that like, you know, sexy kind of version of Jack Sparrow. So I like it for that.
I think from like the neck up, he's given Jack Sparrow, and then the neck down, it's like Lady Gaga at the gas station. Like not like Lady Gaga going like leaving the limo with like the like not crazy like that, but like, you know, she's got like a hoodie on. She's like randomly, there's a fabric like belt. There's always a boot, a random chain.
like if you're watching, like just cover the like head of Salty Sparrow and just look at the rest. It does give like,
no, it's the picture of Lady Gaga where she's tiny. It's like mini Lady Gaga.
I hate you.
Can we please do that to us?
Well, there's room on the right side. Maybe we could put a little mini Salty Sparrow
like next to another person. This is a red apple. I've seen him with so many layers and detail in his outfits in the past.
I'll give it a green apple because I think that if we're going for like salty sparrow, because obviously you don't want to be just Jack Sparrow for your signature runway because then it's kind of like Derek Barry doing Britney Spears.
Yeah.
So I'll give it that, like they're trying to go for a little bit of a different interpretation on Jack Sparrow, and I see that a little bit, and I'll give it a green apple for that because I think it deserves it.
Red apple for the red Lady Gaga belt.
So next up,
Speaking of red apples, Sharonda Liz. This isn't a. Is it red? No.
It's a rotten apple.
It's weird because
I'm giving it a rotten apple.
It's weird because it's like
this is Sharonda
Liz. The elements separately.
No, that dress is ugly.
No, if she cinched, had a chain belt, and
wore padding.
Wore pads.
If she didn't lose them in the mail. Or, like she said on Instagram, allegedly was trying to serve a body positivity moment. Oh. So the tea on that is that, listen, Sharon, if you're listening... She's
stoned the piss out of it.
Sharon, if you're listening, I'm going to call you out on this. So you said on Instagram, or Sharon said on Instagram that this was meant to be a body positivity moment and a journey of body positivity.
Who said
that? She said that in her Instagram caption. Tea is that when she was getting into this backstage, she said that she lost her pads in the move back to Louisville or wherever, so she couldn't get pads this week and had to wear them. Like she wore them in the
storyteller.
Future. So I'm not gonna. And okay, so even if she had padding on, I still think this dress is ugly. Because it's just like it literally
you
just.
You think this is as bad as Lady Gaga at the mall? No. It's definitely not her best.
Neck up, I think she does. Neck up, I think she looks good.
There's
neck
nice
up,
shoe.
Neck up, I think she looks good. Neck up, I do think like her mug and the hair does look good. I do like the like white stripes in there. I hate this dress. It literally looks like
it is kind of
a new like a mesh dress that she put a tablecloth in front of, and not even in an appealing way. And also, I think it needs either, like, gloves.
It's not signature her, either.
I mean, like, the cut of it is, but I don't, yeah.
It's red. It is a red apple, yeah.
For me, it's a very...
there's, like, missing stones on
it. It's a very, very, very low red.
Is this the first time she wore it? Because there's already missing stones on
What's the last time she wore it, too? Because I haven't seen her in it since.
Well, yes.
So it's not that signature.
Next is me.
So this is Tana Boot. She's wearing a, like... How would you describe the look? Because
I'm definitely giving body down. It's like
her signature is body down, everybody.
The hair is given like alien. It's a neon look. It's like it's a stoned, what's it called? Bodysuit that's pink, neon pink, and then I had a neon green. And gloves, hair, and belt.
I love those gloves. The way they like go behind your neck and like go
in the
all
back.
the way up.
Really cool. And then the shoes were the matching of that green too.
I like all the elements that you have on this look.
It's simple.
I don't know if they gave you this critique because I got this critique later on. I wish you had something going on in the bottom half.
No, like
on the legs, because like I think if you had
a leg warmers,
or
some like belt straps,
even just some stone tights, like, or if you like matched the like green on the gloves with like some green tights underneath.
I think those did have green tights on. It's just you can't see them in the picture. They were the same neon green.
Yeah, I think it should have been like a full neon green. But it is a very good green apple because I do get your signature from it. And I love this hair. This hair is so cute.
My favorite part about this look is definitely the hair. Freaking Lyra turned this fucking hair out for me.
Yeah.
If y'all ever need any hair,
go to Lyra.
Especially like quirky hair, like
and cheap hair too.
Oh, cheap. I wouldn't.
I mean, for what she does, it's cheap.
Yeah,
because like she's doing like $200, $300 like quality wigs and charging like $100, $150 for them. Yeah. Like if you're in the Louisville scene, even outside of the Louisville scene, and you need a wig, go to Lyra.
Lyra's so naughty.
So naughty wigs on Instagram. Yes. Go to her immediately. She is so good. And like the look, you look great. It is definitely a green apple.
But the centerpiece is that hair for sure.
The centerpiece is the hair for sure.
Yeah, I would say it's a green apple. This isn't my favorite of myself either.
Yeah.
I like how my body looks crazy.
Your body always looks great, but like especially in that. So next up, we have Winter Star.
Skeletor.
So we have Winter Star. Okay, God. So there's multiple elements to this. So here There's
only two.
I'll start with what I like. I like the the pattern like that she has in the front. Like I would like that pattern.
That fabric's nice.
Yeah, the fabric is nice.
The dress is not.
What is the 17 shoelaces that are falling off of the bottom of that dress? I know it's a corset dress where you like tie it up. Cut that shit off.
It would have been kind if she like wrapped it around her leg.
Yeah, exactly. Or just like, because it just like dangling right there makes no sense. The red hair makes no sense with this look because there's like no red in the look.
Mama, a monster. She's a sweetheart. She's a Kiki backstage, but
really,
I've had some.
Maybe I haven't known her a whole lot.
I've had some conversations with her.
The mug, I think there needs to be more work to make it less
This is jail time. She just
Also, I think there need like something on the arms because there's like Naya bracelet. Maybe she has nails on. Yeah. I can't tell. Like a glove, like something strappy.
I love this hair color on her though.
Really?
I don't like the wig itself, but I like the color on her.
Really?
I'm trying. I'm trying, girl.
This is a rotted apple for me because
this is a rotten apple.
Like sure. I love you, Winter. You are a great performer. I want to like take.
She's got all the tools though. She had like every freaking influencer makeup backstage in her kit.
Really?
Yeah, she had Trixie, Jeffrey.
What happened?
I don't know. And maybe the tools, because if you can have good products all day, but if you don't have good brushes.
True. Yeah, I love you, Winter. I want you to burn this dress and put on a glove and
I would untie
take off that hair and take off the makeup and
go buy some jewelry. Yeah.
I love you, Winter. Okay, we need to move on. Next up is Yasmin, and she is wearing it's a really cutely rhinestone dress. I like the hair. I like the dress. The one thing that I'll say, like, because it's very signature her, but I could also see this dress on, like...
I've seen this dress
I've seen this dress. I've seen it on, like, 50 other people.
Yeah.
If, like, this is your signature drag, I do kind of want it to be a little bit more, like, tailored to you. Like, if I'm, like, with my, like, first out, like, with
jewelry,
with my signature outfit, you, like, see an outfit like that, and you're like, oh, that's Jen, you know? Like, you see an outfit, like, your alien one, you're like, oh, that's Tana. Yeah. This one, I could kind of see this being on a lot of people's bodies.
A drag queen.
But she does look great.
Oh, she looks amazing.
She looks amazing in it.
Body,
her face is glowing.
The hair's gorgeous.
It rhinestones beautifully.
Yeah.
And like also,
my critique is just I have seen this exact dress before.
I wish it was just something that gave more Yasmin versus like Yasmin and other people. But it's still a good green apple. No.
It's like levitating off the floor though.
Yeah, it doesn't hit the floor.
It's on her ankle.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'm not a huge dress length stickler unless it's like me.
Fair.
Like I don't if it's your thing, I don't know. I don't care about it.
If I've never seen this dress before, this would be a green apple. But since I've seen this dress at least 70 times, it's a red apple.
I'll give it a green apple just because she does look great in it. And like when I think of Yasmin, I think of something like this, you know. So I'll give it that.
Stoned, gorgeous body.
Stoned body, gorgeous woman.
She's mugged.
Oh. Mug. I talked about it. She is like playmate level of beautiful.
Oh yeah,
like she could easily be a playmate.
Highlight to blush to contour is just like blended so perfectly.
And you can see it if you're looking at the photos with us. Like you can see the layers, but like how blended in they are. Mm-hmm. How gorgeous that face is. She looks so good. So it's a green apple for me. So next up is Yamaya Loren. And so she's giving like a blue gown with a couple. There's a lot of tea that Lucy told us on this gown allegedly. I don't want to get into it because I don't know what's like factual about that. It's a lot of like.
I found the post of the girl wearing this, and she tagged Lucy saying it was her mother.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently the person who gave Yamaya this dress is her drag daughter. But the dress came from Lucy, who stoned it, and like, I mean, she didn't go crazy on it.
She was saying she went crazy on this.
There's maybe 400 stones in the whole thing.
I could do that in like an hour.
I could do that in an hour, yeah.
I wish there was either more stones on it or that gown just like, cause like it's a decent gown. I just wish there was a little bit, cause nothing about, I don't get like Yamaya from this. I mean,
it's just a pretty gown.
It's just a pretty gown, and I like the hair with it, but there like my note for Winter, I think there needs to be something like on the arms.
She needs
She does have a good earring on, I see.
Yeah, those are pretty big. They're
but maybe a necklace as well.
Yeah. My thing is, if you're gonna be giving like glamour, then you need to have all the check
marks. Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're giving like something other than like, I don't know, Elf, Alien, the freaking Jackie's was like street punk.
Yeah.
Like, there's not too many things of like, oh, I'm expecting this. But like when you do like a traditional glam drag dress gown, I'm gonna be like, where's the necklace?
Not to like compare, but Diana had like the bracelet, or like she had a bracelet, she had a ring, she had shoes, she had necklace, she had earrings, she had like all the elements, and this has like one of them.
Yeah.
And
she's got a ring.
She has a ring? Okay, sure.
It's 2. No nails.
No
one really wore nails this week for real. I shouldn't.
No one wore nails like half the season.
I wore gloves a lot.
I wore gloves a lot too. But either way, I'm going to give it a soft red apple. I don't think she looks bad. It's just that there's nothing that tells me who Yamaya is from this.
It's a red apple for me too.
Yeah. So, who killed the runway? There's a lot of people. I think that like me, Jackie, Lucy, and Berto. Yeah, I think those are the 4 that killed it. I think that we hit it pretty signature and knocked it out of the park. I think...
And then my hair.
And just your hair. And then, who do you think needed a lot of help this week? Because I have Winter for sure.
Yeah, Winter was like... It seemed like there was some sort of effort, but there was like no vision. There were some other people that didn't look as well, but there was like not as much effort. So
I didn't see a vision with Winter's.
Yeah.
Like with Mercy's, even though I didn't love it, I was like, I could see what
Salty
we're trying to go
vision.
for. Salty, I could see what Salty was going for. Winter, I just think there needed to be more of a vision.
Yeah, that's why I kind of think with Yamaya as well.
That's why I think with Sharon.
And Sharon as well, yeah. With them 3, it was just a pretty drag outfit.
Yeah, like there was nothing extra to take it over the top.
I don't know. Mine was, out of my runways, this is probably one of my least.
I would say so, just because like it didn't have that like
me factor. Besides like the cookie colorfulness.
It was just I don't think you took it that extra step, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was middle of the road. I think it was safe. It was safe.
Yeah, and I was.
So, after runways, judges get to our critiques, and our guest judges for this week was actually just Jade Callisto, the winner of Charm School Season 1. They gave critiques to the top 4. Everybody else was safe. Spoiler, nobody went home this week. Mm-hmm.
Several people left.
We'll get into that next episode. But so, the top 4 this week was Berto, DJ, Jackie, and Yasmin.
Yep.
I think based on the performance in the runways, I think those 4 made sense. A lot of people thought that I should have been there. I think like a lot of people were excusing the fact that I kept having to pull my tights up and the performance was.
But you wrote like the song of the summer, like.
I mean, am I the next Espresso? I don't know, but
definitely not. But...
So yeah, I think this top 4 was deserved, and I think that they did very well. I think I maybe could have swapped out me for Yasmin, just because I think that.
Yeah.
I think I maybe showed.
I think Lucy had a really good showing this night, too.
I think if her nipple didn't fall out, then she easily could have been in the top as well. I think it just came down to, like, those little details where, like, me and Lucy kind of had, like, one major thing go wrong versus Yasmin, who did a great performance with no flaws.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, like, what they wanted to happen throughout that night is what happened.
Right, exactly. So yeah, and I think their critiques were pretty good. And then, so after the critiques and everything, the judges vote for who is the top 2 of the night. They each get 2 votes. Jackie gets a vote from every single judge, which, yeah, deserved.
Yep.
And then Berto and DJ are actually split between the 2 judges. So they each get 2 votes, so it's a tie. There was
a tiebreaker, wasn't there?
So they called Jade out, who was backstage getting ready for a show. And so Jade comes out, and since she didn't get to see a lot, she actually asked the audience who should have been in the top.
That, yeah.
And then, based on the audience reaction, she picks Berto to be in the top 2, which makes Jackie and Berto the top 2 of the night.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty deserved, even based on that top 4.
For sure. No, yeah, for sure.
Because I think Berto and Jackie really did kill this night and showed who they were.
That was one of both of their strongest nights, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And so...
Berto... So... There was a lip sync for the win, and it was, what was it? To Groove is in the Heart.
Which I love that song. I love that song.
Berto dog walked.
Berto's a fantastic... Berto was made for the stage.
Yeah.
Berto...
And this specific lip sync...
Yeah. I mean, it's a high energy number to serve a little bit of, like, flamboyant camp, and Berto does that pretty well. Jackie also did have, I think, a costume malfunction at some point. I can't remember exactly. Oh, I think their bodysuit popped open. I think that's what it was.
I think Berto knew every little, like...
Which Berto usually does. Yeah. Berto knows, like, every beat of that song.
He knew that song.
So, after the judges convene after the lip sync, the winner for week 1 is Berto. Which I think if it's based on that final lip sync, I think that Jackie did better in the episode overall. But I think that Berto did wash Jackie in that lip sync. So, I think it was... Berto is the winner of week 1, and I'm not going to argue about that.
If it was like another week where they just selected the first place, I feel like Jackie was showcased. Like, I don't know, a lot of us have seen Berto before, and we've seen that number.
Yeah.
Jackie was so fresh. We've never seen...
I've
never seen anyone on stilts out at play.
Yeah.
Let alone someone with, like, a freaking crazy technology punk outfit. I don't know. I was so impressed with Jackie this week.
Yeah, Jackie really came out of the gate swinging, especially with not really, like, being able... Like, not doing drag as much as some of the other people in the competition, and coming out swinging, doing crazy stuff that people had never seen before, let alone from Jackie. Insane. So, I think that Jackie did great this week, and they should be very proud. And, obviously, Berto did incredible this week, and should also be incredibly proud of the win this week. Was there any, like, I don't think there was any drama or tea. I think it was pretty early on, so there wasn't really any...
Winter was pressed.
There was a lot of people pressed. Yeah. People thought that I was pressed, but I actually just have really bad resting bitch face. So I think people thought that I was pressed. I was perfectly fine, because I knew that, like, with the tight thing, I knew I wasn't going to be in the top.
My nipple slipped, too, so I wasn't expecting it.
You and Lucy were pretty...
I wanted critiques. I wanted them to talk about me.
You and Lucy were pretty bad about the nipple gate. I remember Diana was also very mad about not being in the top this week.
Well, there were people. A lot of people were questioning DJ and Yasmin's placements. I feel like.
Yeah, which I agree on both of their placements just based on the episode overall.
I think they both did pretty well.
Yeah, because it's a thing of, like, maybe I would have placed somebody else in there, but, like, I can understand why they were there. They definitely deserve to be in that top, especially with DJ's wings on the runway being incredible, and especially with Yasmin's performance.
That was probably DJ's best week, for sure.
100%.
Yeah. He started off strong.
So, I think that a lot of people were upset about... But, I mean, everybody was safe this week, so I think that there wasn't really any big drama this week or any big tea.
It was
just people were wanting to start off strong, and they didn't get to start off as strong as they could have.
No one was tired, we were all kind of eager to get things rolling. And then, like, the next week, I feel like a lot of us were really excited about, and it was the acting challenge.
Which we're going to go ahead and close off this episode, which, just as a note, next episode is the acting challenge, and we will get into all of that tea next week. I want to say thank you for Tana for joining us.
I'll be here every week, divas.
Every week, divas. And I'll be here every week, too, for the Charm School recap of Genuine Opinion. Mwah.
Tune in next week for your diva destiny fulfilled.
Tuna in next
Tuna.